Hi guys, Matt here from paultan.org, and today I've flown all the way here to Melbourne, Australia to test drive the third generation BMW Z4. Z4, Z4, whatever you want to call it, feel free. The E89 second generation BMW Z4 was introduced in 2009, and so it's been a good 10 years. Since then, a lot has changed, but we'll talk about the design. The first thing you'll notice is probably the grille. This has got, for the first time, a BMW kidney grille with mesh design. It's long, it's a little bit wide. Also featured for the first time is this stacked lens design. So you've got two projectors that are on top of another, and that's a first for BMW. Moving over to the side, the bonnet also features a very interesting design trait. So if you take a look right here on the bonnet, can you see it on camera? It's got this arrow-shaped contour that's pretty elaborate, you know. I'm not sure if you can see it on black, especially through the camera, but it's supposed to point the way forwards and into the new BMW kidney grille. Around the side, 19-inch wheels. This is as big as it gets. Standard one is 17-inch. But I forgot to mention that this is the sDrive30i M Sport, which is what we're going to get in Malaysia. So price-wise, 460,000 ringgit. So the bonnet features a clamshell design. So it's really cool when you open it up. The fenders right here also goes up, so it really reveals a really wide-looking engine bay, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, the back is my favorite part of the Z4. It looks absolutely gorgeous, like most modern BMWs. They all have nice RSs, and the BMW Z4 is no exception. The Z4, again, M Sport bumper. It's got integrated third brake light, which is alright. It looks really wide and nice. The boot, because it's got a soft top, unlike the E89 from before, it doesn't eat into the boot space when the top is stowed. So right here, 280 litres permanently, and I think it's more than enough. It's also got a slot in the middle for you to store long items like maybe a golf club or a racket of some sort. Just to compare the Mercedes-Benz SLC with a folding hardtop, with the top up, it's got 335 litres of boot space, and when you store the boot, when you store the top, it becomes 225. So in terms of practicality, this is pretty much class leading, I would say. And of course, just to give you a little comparison, the Mazda MX-5, also a roadster, it has a boot space of 135 litres. So 280 for BMW Z4, pretty good stuff. I've also got the key fob with me. So if I were to do this, apparently the top folds in about 10 seconds, and you can do so at up to 50 kilometers per hour. And there you go, it's done. It's going to wind up the windows, but that's separate altogether. Now, let's check out the cabin. Actually, you wouldn't expect this from a roadster, but since it's a BMW, you get all the creature comforts that you expect a BMW to have. And this is by no means substandard, because it's actually pretty dope in here. Let's start with the steering wheel. You've got this 3-spoke, really thick M steering wheel. It's not flat bottom, but that's okay. In the middle here, for the driver, you've got a 10.25-inch BMW Live cockpit. This is a completely digital screen, and it looks really good. You've got the rev counter that goes in the other direction, and then the speedometer on the other side. And I like that all the texts are so crisp, and the details, and then you've got this little car picture display that's in the exact specification of your car. So this one that I'm in is black, and it's got the two-color 19-inch M Sport wheels, and the display has it. It's actually pretty cool. So I like this. I really like that. This is not part of the car, by the way, but over in the middle here, you've got a large widescreen touchscreen head unit, complete with the BMW operating system 7. So that's the latest and greatest. It's just like this screen, flicker free, and they interact very well with each other. Infotainment and all, pretty top-notch stuff. Down here, this blank panel is actually a display for the dual zone climate control, and down here is a slot. It's not spring actuated, so it's manually done. You you know, it is what it is. You've got a Qi wireless charging pad with a rubberized tray mat with LED notification. So if your phone is charging, it's going to light up in blue. In the middle here, well, you've got the latest BMW stuff here. So the push start button is here. You've got your drive modes, your hill start assist, as well as the switch for you to fold the soft top. This control, again, standard BMW stuff, and I like that you've got some space to keep maybe a wallet here or something. This is a two-seater only, and the seats themselves are absolutely brilliant. It's standard M Sport seats with integrated headrest. You've got this design, and towards the back of the seats you have a small netting as per all roadsters. It lets you store very loose items like that. And here, check out this place. You've got a small bin for you to store loose items, or you know, have the other side open for long stuff, like I mentioned earlier in the video. You see those are speaker grills, so you've got the option to include a 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. So this Roadster is actually a very well equipped car. In terms of performance, the sDrive30i is powered by a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that makes 258 PS and 400 Nm of torque. That's not a lot by today's standards, but remember, the Z4 is a lightweight roadster, and I honestly think it's powerful enough for most casual drivers. The gear ratios are nicely spread, so you get a very pliable drive, and I find that there's always enough power. The 0 to 100 is done in 5.4 seconds, and top speed is 250 km/h. Steering feel is fantastic, as you would expect from a BMW, as are its handling and ride quality. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough seat time with the Z4 to thoroughly assess its driving characteristics, but don't worry, we'll get a Malaysian spec Z4 for a proper driving review soon. However, we also managed to drive the BMW M850i, and that video will be coming up next. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.